am I? I am here in Ipil, the center municipality of Zamboanga, Sibugay. Ipil is abundant of many kinds of natural resources, but sadly, our municipality experienced natural disaster that can cause destruction to people, environment, and natural resources. This natural disaster, flood. Floods are the most frequent type of natural disaster and occur when an overflow of water submerges land that is usually dry. Floods are often caused by heavy rainfall. How we can prevent floods? We can prevent floods by planting trees. Planting more trees catches rainfall and helps take water from soil. Although the Environment Agency says large areas must be reforested to make real difference, field trees can also be laid across streams in wooded areas and help push unusually high waters into surrounding woodlands. Such schemes need very careful planning and management. And lastly, we can prevent floods by having a sustainable drainage that cannot trap the water that prone to flash flooding after sudden heavy rain. Landslide. Landslide are a type of mass wasting which denotes any downslope movement of soil and rock under the direct influence of gravity. How we can prevent landslide? First, trees should be planted on slopes and slope bays to prevent erosion. Records of erosion, landslides, masses, and falling rocks should be maintained. Before building house, information should be gathered about site and history of landslides in the area. Also, maintain as much vegetation as possible on the slope to help retain soil. Second, the various direct methods of preventing landslides are modifying slope geometry, using chemical agents to reinforce slope material, installing structures such as piles and retaining walls, grouting rock, joints, and tissues. Fire. Fire is a state or instance of combustion in which fuel or other material that gives heat and flame in home. How to prevent fire? Unplug items you're not using. Exists electricity flowing through items in your home can always be a potential of fire hazard. Things like computers, TVs, game system, and a whole lot more use electricity even when they're not on. That means they can always experience a surge or they can just overheat and cause a fire. The continuous electricity that's flowing into them provides them with a source for a fire as well. By unplugging these items when you're not using them and therefore not paying attention to them, you can cut down on your chances of fire. Use surge protectors. At the very least, you want to make sure that all of your electronics are plugged into surge protectors. A surge in power is when you're most likely to experience an electrical fire, and by plugging items into surge protector, you don't have to worry about that excess electricity getting to the item and causing fire. Never leaves flames unattended. If you're cooking, lighting candles, or using any other type of flame or excessive heat, you want to make sure that you're watching it all times. If you start cooking anything, you never want to walk away from the stove. If you start a fire in your fireplace, you want to make sure you keep an eye on that as well. Keep flammable items away from heat. Flammable items like fabrics, paper, and even hair should always be kept away from excessive heat or flame. You want to keep your hair and your clothes out of the way when you're in your fireplace. Don't smoke in the home. If you do smoke, it's important to always do so in a well-ventilated area and to put out the cigarette before you throw it away. Cigarettes have a variety of additives and materials inside of them that can continue to burn even if you think that you put them out. Earthquake. Earthquake is the sudden movement of trembling of the Earth's tectonic plates resulting in shaking of the ground. How we can prevent earthquake? We cannot prevent natural earthquake from occurring, but we can significantly mitigate their effects by identifying hazards, building safer structures, and providing education on earthquake safety. Make your home more resistant to earthquake damage by assessing its structure and contents. Secure your space by checking if your home is anchored to its foundation, has weak crawl space walls, is unbroad post and pier foundation, or has masonry walls or unreinforced foundation. And remember, drop, cover, and hold on. Drop to the ground, cover your head and neck, and hold on until the shaking stops. Wait until the shaking stops and then check if others are hurt. There may be several aftershocks. If you leave the building after the shaking stops, use the stairs. Never use the elevator. Always secure your safety. Drought. Drought is a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall leading to a shortage of water that causes plants to die. How to prevent drought? Never pour water down the drain when there may be another use for it. For example, use it to water your indoor plants or garden. Repair dripping faucets by replacing washer. 1 drop per second wastes 2,700 gallons of water per year. Check all plumbing for leaks and have any leaks repaired by a plumber. Retrofit all household faucets by installing derators with flow restrictions. Install an instant hot water heater on your sink. Insulate your water pipes to reduce heat loss and prevent them from breaking. Install a water softening system only when the minerals in the water would damage your pipes. Turn the softener off while on vacation. Choose appliances that are more water and energy efficient. Plant native and/or drought-tolerant grasses, ground covers, shrubs, and trees or small plants. Small plants require less water to become established. Group plants together based on similar water needs. Consider using rainwater collection system to water plants and gardens. Contact your local water provider for additional guidance and information.